All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. Psycho, what are you doing today? Well, we are going to have ourselves another episode of that future award winning show, Jukebox from Hell. That's right. On the scorecards here will be episode 43. Yes, if you saw last week's episode about Jay Giles, you're getting even while I'm getting odd. Please do so. But we're not going to talk about Jay Giles today. Today, for episode 43, we're going to go to November 2002. Yeah, we're going a little more recent, haha, if you will. 2002, of a record that most fans of this 70s rock band really don't even know that really exists. Seriously, okay? And we're talking about Journey's Red 13. This is a CD, to my knowledge, not been released on vinyl. You also, at the last time I checked, cannot get this through a streaming service either. So we're going to go and dig through Red 13 here. All right. So let me show you. Like I said, normally we go on a record collecting standpoint, on a CD collecting standpoint. Now, this is the first original cover, by the way. This is I don't know. I like the second version better that was made for it, which of course had the scarab and everything. But this one here, you've got this is your front. This, of course, is your back, just showing the tracks. Um, and then we have here your lineup for this particular one continues from the 2001 LP from Arrival. Okay, so you got Steve Augeri, Dean Castrovano are your two newbies. All right. And from your classic lineup, of course, Neil Sean, Ross Valerie, and Jonathan Cain. All right. And then, like I said, this is that. And then you have here basically your lyrics and your thank yous and who uses what. And as I will explain, there's two versions of this CD. I happen to find this, which is the original. This is the original, okay? Research. Believe it or not, Journey's website really doesn't touch on this very much. So I actually had to go to a couple different Journey forums. I also gleaned a little information from Wiki, AllMusic, a little bit of YouTube, things like that. So let's get going here, shall we? So once again, episode 43 for this Journey. This is the first EP by the band. The last album that they did before this was Arrival, which was released in late 2000 in Japan, April 2001 in the US. It only made it to number 58 on the US Billboard charts. And get this, the album didn't go gold. I ended up picking that thing up probably in the first week or two it came out, really. But it didn't go gold and was dropped by Columbia/Sony Records. All right. That's Arrival. Now, like I said, we talked about that the lineup that was on Arrival is on this EP. Now, this is the original version. This has 4 tracks. All right. The second version has 6, and I'll explain everything on that when we get to the end of all of this. So, like I said, your newbies carried over from Arrival, Steve Augeri, who was originally in bands like Tall Stories, Taiketo, and others. Okay, Tall Stories is great. I have never heard his work in Taiketo. Dean Castrovano, excellent drummer and singer. Bad English and Hardline, which were Journey-related bands in the 80s, early 90s. All right. This EP was a thank you from the band to the fans and was released on their own label. They started Journey Music, and you could only get this originally from their website. So this was very, very exclusive back in 2002. All right. Now, like I told you, this here is the original EP cover and also the 4-track version. All right. So let's go into it. Track 1. Now, in a way, this is a little bit cheating because some people tag this as one complete track. Some people split this up into 2. But as it says on the CD, intro Red 13. All right, that's how it says. Is intro Red 13 slash State of Grace. A nice proggy start to this. Um, later, later in song. Oh yeah, listen, sorry, I can barely read my writing. Later in the song, though, I hear a slight Satriani vibe to this thing. Not wrong with that. Just telling you how that goes. Track 2, The Time. I do love Steve's vocals and Neil's guitar. Is it me or does it sound slightly like Rush? Mhm. Track 3, Walking Away from the Edge. Now get this, there's actually a co-write on here with Jeff Tate of Queensryche. That's right, you heard me right, Jeff Tate of Queensryche. Also in one of the forums, it was discussed that before Steve kind of got in to Journey, was Jeff Tate considered? That would have been a very strange version of Journey if that was the truth. Nobody could come up with a concrete answer on that one, but it almost gives you a woulda, shoulda, coulda moment, right? I mean, I love Queensryche and I like Jeff Tate's voice, but boy, that really would have been a different journey. That's for sure. Now, this song, though, like I said, Walking Away from the Edge, is a beautiful and poignant song about addiction. Um, I ask you guys out here to hear this song and to listen to it, okay? The lyrics, everything. I'm serious. There was a great Neil solo at the end. Track 4, I Can Breathe. I'm digging this tune and it cooks. Now, saying that, they went off and declared a 7-track version, but in reality, it's 6. Okay, so this got reissued, but in a 6-track form, really. So, other than the 4 that were just mentioned, you also get Remember Me, all right, which that was on the Armageddon soundtrack in 1998. That's right. That's the first time because I won that soundtrack in a radio contest. So, after you'd get sick and tired of hearing Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing, you'd go to this Journey song, and I really dug it. Seriously, I wrote here, I forgot how much I really liked this song even 25 years ago. And I was like, first time I've probably heard it in close to that amount of time. Track 6, I'm Not That Way. Now, you Journey fans are already going to go, hey, what the heck? This has already been released. Correct, but it was only released on the Japanese edition of Arrival. It was the bonus track. And as you know, most fans for most albums back in the day, it was Japanese bonus tracks. So they went off and they stuck that in Japan. We finally get on the 6-track release of Red 13. I'm telling you, it's a lovely ballad with nice guitar flourishes, and the background vocals and drums are a real nice touch on here. So, what do I think? I've been a Journey fan for a very, very long time. I even like some of this pre-Steve Perry stuff when basically it was, heck, we can even go to what? George Tickner, there's one for you. Those first 2 albums, all right? They were a little more jazz fusiony at times. So what? We knew right then and there at the time that Neil Schon, and Greg Raleigh, they had competent musicians. They could do their job all the way around. And Journey's been known for that. I'm going to say this. The only time I ever got to see Journey on tour was actually with Steve Augeri, okay? Unfortunately for Steve, he would only end up making one more album called Generations in 2005. And in the middle of the tour, I'm told, for that in 06, he had to back out due to vocal issues, and Jeff Scott Soto came in to finish the tour before Arnell comes in 07. There's your mini Journey history. So did you end up getting this when it first came out? Are you a Journey fan? What is your favorite song or album from Journey? Please let me know all that in the comments. Now, what is going to be the next episode of Jukebox from Hell? Well, we're going to go back about 30 years. Yeah, April 1972. This classic 60s slightly early 70s band, iconic. They go out with a whimper. And this is the last album that they would ever do together. We are talking about Creedence Clearwater's Mardi Gras. Oh, yes. I've had requests for this. Yes, it's a trio for CCR. No Tom Fogerty. You have any suggestions for Jukebox from Hell? Leave them in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you like to stay in the know. Donate if you care to. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care. God bless. Rock on. Always powered by coffee each and every time. And you know what? We'll see you very, very soon. Thank you.